I'm from McClellanville, South Carolina. That's like a little small town right outside of Charleston. Still in Charleston County, but we're like 30 minutes away from the city.
Still living there?
No, not right now. I currently live in New Mexico, Albuquerque.
And how old were you when you made that move?
I really got stationed out there, so it was like I needed a way to get out of the hood. It was only out you ever knew. It was really like just sell dope or something, and I ain't take that route. So for me, I see my route as joining the military, and the military got me stationed out there, and I did out there in like 2013. So all before that, I still been in Charleston and got stationed out there and been there since.
We'll talk about the military a little bit later on in this interview. But growing up in the city you're from, what was that like for you? Can you paint that picture for us?
And it's like my half of Charleston is like, it's real country, so it's like everything been just like a backwoods feel. So it's like, you know, we grew up just chilling in the woods, just on some country stuff, just four-wheeler, dirt bike, fishing, you know, football stuff in the yard, and just really just chilling.
Was it growing up poor? Was it lower middle class, upper middle class?
I mean, I say poor, but we ain't really had it all too bad. My mama, like, she worked like 3 jobs just to make sure, you know, we had what we need. We ain't really get everything we want, but she made sure we had what we needed to have. So I wouldn't say we've been dirt poor, but we ain't really had it that good.
Was it ever a point where you had to chip in?
Yeah, well, like when I got, I want to say, in 9th grade, I started working, so that way I'll be able to, like, you know, pick up phone bills and help her out with stuff like that. And then leads to the whole thing with me joining this. She really ain't had no money to put us through school and stuff either, so that really been another push for me to join, because it was like, that's the only way I'm gonna get out.
Now, when you did get this job and you did chip in with the bills and that sort of thing, was that something she asked you to do, or you took that upon yourself?
Nah, I did that myself, because it was like, at the same time, I see, you know, other people got the stuff like nice shoes and shit, and like I said, I can't sell dope. I don't know nothing about the drug game, so I had to find some way to get it. So I hit a 9 to 5 and get the little stuff I want, but then at the same time, be able to help her out with stuff she needed help with too.
You didn't get involved in street activity. Is that because you just didn't have a connection to it or somebody to show you that side of things? Or did you not even want to get into that lifestyle period because of maybe things that could happen in that lifestyle?
Nah, I didn't even want to get into a period. It's like, if I wanted to, I really had all the connections I needed to do it. But the thing is, it's like, I mean, you growing up, is not everybody look at it that way. It's like, I see this, I want to do it. It's like, there's somebody in every hood, I feel like, that got the same mentality as me. It's like, I can do this, but at the same time, it's like, I don't see so much people either, they don't get killed over it, or they serving so much time in jail that they don't even see their kids or nothing grow up. So it's like, do I really want to do that, or I want to see another way to get out and, you know what I mean, not have to deal with all of
that. Dealing with money issues, right, and the class of money you grew up in, what was maybe the biggest obstacle for you that you had to face with that?
It was just really like, really wanting to like be better than what I was, kinda. It was like, I see it, like I said, man, people had like, you know, the new shoes and stuff. I couldn't get that. We been Payless shoes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can't go to the mall and get no shoes. So it was more like Ross clothes, Ross pants, but so that would really kind of want to push me to, let me get this job, let me do me, so I can have all that.
Now, were you ever going to school because, you know, wearing Payless or Ross or this, that, and the third, were you ever teased or bullied because of what you wore or what you were able to afford to wear?
Nah, it's like, my community's small, so it's like everybody know everybody, so it's like certain times they know what kind of situations you in, you know what I mean? So it's like going to the city, because I ended up going to school into the city for like maybe like 2 years, and there, yeah, they definitely they'll let you know. But back in the country where everybody kind of the same, man, nah, you ain't really worrying about that because they know where you come from.
Now, what about school uniforms? Did you have school uniforms when you went to school?
Yeah, we had school uniform, like set collar shirt and khaki pants, black pants, and then just whatever shoes, really.
Did that help deter, like, teasing or bullying? If not you, other people?
Oh, yeah, definitely, because it's like we all got the same stuff on, but then you do get them 1 or 2 days where it's like you get to wear regular clothes, so then you kind of see some people that don't wear regular clothes, and now you kind of question it, like, bro, why you got on a uniform on a day you can wear whatever you want, you know what I mean? So.
Now, there's a debate when it comes to school uniforms. Some people say we need school uniforms because of things of this nature. We don't want to, somebody may be less fortunate, and that can thwart things off, you know, from teasing and bullying and that sort of thing. But then other people may say, well, even if you do have school uniforms, somebody less fortunate, their school uniforms may not look as crispy. It may not look as, it might look dingy, that sort of thing. Where do you stand when it comes to school uniforms? Do we need school uniforms? Or even with school uniforms, people can see who has money and who doesn't?
Yeah, like, I mean, some situations I say yeah, but then at the same time, it's like, not having it, they kind of give you a freedom. Like, when I've been able to afford my own stuff, I used to wait for the days that, like, I can wear whatever I want, because then I can, you know what I mean, go and show my stuff off. But then at the same time, kind of help out before that situation, because it's like, I got, you know what I mean, we all got to look the same. So even if I ain't got it, ain't nobody gonna really know until that time come when it's like, we got to, or we able to, and then I don't, or if I did, then it was like, damn, like, you get the one day to wear what you want, and this what you pick. So I mean, like, it do help for people like that in those situations, but then at the same time, it's like, some people just naturally creative with what they wear, so that kind of holds some people back as far as, like, they might have crazy outfits and stuff they always want to show off, but they can't because of the dress code.
So, do you have kids at this moment?
Nah, I don't got no kids.
You don't have kids?
No.
Let's say you do have kids.
Yeah.
Would you want them to wear school uniforms? And it doesn't even have to be a free day. Maybe you want school uniforms all 5 days of the week so you don't have a free day situation. Or do you like having a free day situation where people can, like, you have kids in the future, where's your stance on this? What do you want?
I feel like I give them the option to choose. I like, hey, you know, you can go to this school, there's uniforms, and this school is not. And I let you know the reason they give you the options. I want them to know it's like, I ain't come from a place where I get to do this. So I'm not gonna put you in a situation where you gotta do it, because, you know, we better off than where I was at. So I ain't gonna hold you back, but I want you to at least know where I come from. That way you know what the options been that I always had.
Now, when it comes to your upbringing, money and the struggle of money was one thing. And, you know, as rough as that sounds, as bad as that sounds, maybe what was the most positive moment growing up on the opposite side of the spectrum for you?
Man, it's just always like, when you ain't really got it and you got to work so hard for it, it make you value stuff more. So it's like, you know what I mean, you finally able to get like that shoes you always want or something. You daily, you know, you coming home, cleaning that shoes up, putting them back in the box. You know, you taking more care of it, like, so it teach you like the value of $1 really, because it's like, when you ain't got it and you finally get it, you actually understand, like, man, like, I went through hell just to get this. Like, do I really want done this up, or I want mess this up already? Like, I know how long it take me to get this. I don't know how long I'm gonna get another one, or stuff like that. So it teach you like the value what you get.
What was the item you valued the most growing up? Like that one item you finally got it and you valued it a lot?
Man, I don't say. I think that been like my first pair of Jordan. I know I had some before, but them shit been like flea markets type shit. And when I actually get my first pair that I buy out the store, and I was like, man, damn, like I know this, I know this real. I get this myself. I put my money aside, like.
Do you remember which kind it was or what color it was? Do you remember what number?
Nah, I don't know the name, but I know it was some black and red 5s.
Okay.
Them are like my favorite. Ever since then, I love fives and 13s.
Now, what type of kid were you in school?
And I was like talkative, moving around. I can't really keep still. It was like I always had to move and do something. So that get me in a lot of trouble, just talking a lot and always up my seat, moving around, joking around.
Did you do band or choir or sports or anything?
Nah, I trash at sports. I ain't do no sports, but I always had a passion for music. So it was like we would be in there beating on desks and stuff, you know, making beats and just playing around with music and stuff. But as far as sports, nah, I never did that.
At what grade or what age did rapping start?
I always had a passion for rap, but when I got in, I want to say, 9th grade, no, it was 10th grade, I used to go to the school, and at lunch, they had rap battles on the table, so they beat on the tables, and like I look at that like, man, I know I can do that, and I hear like some of the shit they say, and I'm like, bro, I can do better than that, like I know I could. So then I ended up helping the teacher after school, and dude was really good with like electronics and stuff, so he hooked me up with a computer that had a software. And I'll never forget, like we started out making first music inside the closet, Rock Band microphone, Nero 8 software on just a desktop. And from then, just always started making music.
When you battled these other classmates, did you win more, lose more, break even? How'd you do?
It was like more of a breaking even sometimes because like I can hear them and I know I can do it, but then at the same time, it's like when I start going, I kind of like freeze up a little bit sometimes because it's like I know I can do it, but it was just more of like when everybody looking at you, it's like, damn, like, so that was something I had to get over.
Did you ever participate in talent shows?
Nah, I ain't never did no talent shows. As far as performing, I did more of like behind the scenes with like making the music, the mixtapes and stuff as far as for the performance, but as me going on stage, nah, I ain't never really did that until like after I joined the military, went out to New Mexico, then I had some people out there that really put me on, started doing like shows and all type of events out there, and then that's what helped me get more bigger and bigger with the music.
What about pep rallies? Did you ever perform at a pep rally?
It was one pep rally that I went down for. It was my 12th grade year, and then by the time that everybody knew we was making music and stuff, so they wanted to see what we did, so we just went down and performed a little quick song.
How'd that go?
It was fun because it's like, it's a small school, so everybody know you. Everybody know you rap, so it's like the whole school was like, hey, go down, go do this, go do this. So, you know, they gonna hype you already because they wanted you to go down anyway, so yeah, everything was good.
You graduated high school?
Yeah, I graduated high school, get my diploma.
Now, was there thoughts on college? Was there thoughts on furthering the education, technical school perhaps, before the military option was considered?
No, not really, because like, I never was a person for school per se. It was like if I did do a school, it would be a technical college because it ain't really that much book work, it's more hands-on type stuff. But then even at that time, it was like, I still gotta go to school and like learn some stuff. It was like, I'm really just trying to get in something I can get paid for now and then just do that, because like, I wasn't trying to continue to do school.
No academic scholarship given or anything like that?
Nah, I just made it out what I needed to do. I never really did no extra in school, school work. Like, just whatever I needed to pass, C's and B's or whatever, I just got that and move on.
When you decided to join the military, was that right after high school?
Yeah, I graduated in June of 12. I was supposed to go in November. I fall off a dirt bike, mess up my arm, so they pushed that back to December.
What type of injury did you get that pushed it back?
It was just like a little road rash on my arm, but since it was like on my forearm, I couldn't really do no movements and stuff, so they wanted that to go ahead and scab up before I was able to ship out.
Overall, and you're still currently in the military or no more?
Yeah, I got like 2 months left.
You do?
Yeah.
So almost done.
Yeah, almost out of there.
Are you going to re-sign for another contract with that?
Nah.
Or it's over?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out and just push my music more and keep going this direction.
How much time did you serve at this point for?
So right now I'm at 5.5 years.
Okay. In those 5.5 years, overall, was it a good or bad experience?
I mean, it's good and bad in all experiences. But for me, I mean, it was good. I learned some stuff. I don't get too deep into the details on that because it's like certain things I can't talk about. So it's like I did learn a lot, but then at the same time, it let me know it's like this is not something I really want to continue doing. But I'm not the type of person that like I'm gonna start something and then quit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, I did my years. I wanted to get out clean. Like I knew some people that like went in, they got kicked out before even finishing a year, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the point of that when I'ma just waste everything that I just did all this time for? So I was like, I'm gonna get what I can out and get out nice and clean, no issues.
Was it easy or tough?
It's pretty tough. Cause it's like, you gotta understand, it's like, you got a freedom of speech, but at the same time, you kind of don't because you can't just go to whoever you want and say whatever you want. You got a certain chain of command you got to like listen to, and it's like sometimes you might want to say something that it just ain't right for that moment, or sometimes you just got to hold your tongue because you can't say something to a certain person because they're going to just put you in a bad situation.
What was your family's reaction in joining the military initially, before you even did 5.5 years?
So they were proud of me. My mama, she really wanted me to do something. She didn't want me to just stay at home. And so I'm the oldest, so she saw that as like, all right, he did this, so hopefully my little brother, my little sister see it and decide to get out and do something too. She
wasn't worried about it?
Nah, she served too.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, so she was good about it.
What branch?
I'm in the Air Force.
What about your mom?
She was in the Army.
Okay. Did she want you to join the Army as well?
Nah, she just wanted me to like go in with a set mindset and just really do whatever I want. She was gonna back me whatever I did as long as I did something.
Why'd you choose the Air Force? Could have chosen any branch.
I heard it was just better. I heard they treat the people better and just living better in there.
Is that true?
From what I seen, yeah.
Were you just stationed in the U.S. or did you have to go overseas?
Nah, I was U.S. the whole time.
Is that something you can choose, or is that out of your judgment? That's just the way the cards are dealt.
Nah, it's just really how the cards are dealt. You get sent. Sometimes you get like options. They'll tell you like, hey, you can go this place, and you got the choice to say, yeah, I'll go. No, I'll rather stay where I'm at right now. But that's just as far as it goes. You don't really get to pick where you go.
You ever had a deployment choice?
Nah, I ain't never had no choices.
When it comes to the military, was this 2 contracts that you did?
Nah, it's just all one. One I signed for 6 years, and I'm gonna just be good after that.
You could have signed for less?
Yeah, I could have signed for 4 years.
Why do 6 and not 4?
I decided to originally do 4, and then I heard like, you know, you sign for 6, you get a bonus or whatever. And me coming from where I've been at, I was like, hey, it's more money for me, man. So it's only 2 more years. I might as well just go ahead and do it.
Is that true?
Nah, I ain't getting no bonus.
You didn't?
Nah.
Now, why not retire with the military? Why not go past these 6 years and do 20 years? Do more than 20?
Being in it, I see it's like some people made for it. Some people it's just not it. It's like for me, it was just a quick way for me to get out of my situation at home, being around the area I was in, and just having a better start. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because if I didn't join, then I would have just been sitting there, and then I'm for sure, then I would have ended up getting into the dope game and stuff. But I was like, that's something I knew. I was like, nah, I don't want to be in this. So as soon as I can get a chance to get out of here, I'm going to take it. And I saw that as a quick way like that, so without question, I did it.
You could have quit by not going all 6 years if you wanted to, could have?
Nah, not really. You can't just quit. It's like, I mean, there's ways people know to get kicked out, but it was like, it ain't worth it to me. Like, you done did all that time, what you gonna do that for?
So the only way to get out, you can't quit, you'd have to get kicked out.
Yeah, you gotta finish up your contract.
I see. I got you. Now, you rapped inside
Yeah,
while serving
yeah, definitely.
from the jump, or did you have to, you know, warm up with your surroundings and then get back into it, sort of thing?
Yeah, that was definitely. It was like I kind of stopped because I wasn't at home no more with like the city setup. So I'm in a whole different place now. I got to feel the vibe out. I got to see who doing this. It's like, I mean, you know, you can go all over the place. There's a lot of people that say they rap or whatever, but at the same time, it's you got these people that say they do it, don't really do it. You got these people over here that do it, actually do it, own studios and stuff. And I ended up linking up with a homeboy that was renting a studio out there. See that he was like serious about it, and from then, I just started right back on it.
Aside from him, does everybody know at this point you rap in the military?
Yeah, definitely.
Not something you hid?
Nah. Like at first, it was kind of just because like the contents of my music is like I only could speak of what I knew. And coming from what I did, it was like that's all I knew. It was like I knew it was something I didn't want to be around. But at the same time, I'm a product of the environment. It's like that's all I know. So I was kind of keeping it a little bit, and then they just started hearing it on their own, and people coming to me like, "Hey, I didn't know you rap, man. I like your music, blah blah." And I was like, "Man, fuck it. If they fucking with it, then hey, I'm gonna take this to advantage, because it's like being in the military. It's like, you know what I mean? I can be working with 4 people at one time, and you got me. I'm from Charleston. I might be working with a dude that's from Florida, another one from LA, another one from New York. So me letting them know, they putting their peoples on it, that's just like that. From 3 people now, a few people here, and here know who I am, know about this person.
Do you feel like you've gained a fan base?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What about your bosses, people that are over you? What do they think about your rapping?
I had like some people that's over me come to me and was like, "Hey, I seen your video, I like it." I mean, they still try to encourage me to like, "Hey, you sure you don't want to stay in? Like, you sure you gonna do this? This is gonna be good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like I'm set. Like this is what I want to do. I'm pushing it. I'm slowly just getting better and better with it, everything."
Are there a lot of rappers in the military aside from yourself?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Would you be able to gauge on a pie chart how many people are actually rapping? Like for instance, if there's 100% pie chart, from what you've seen, what you know, what you've experienced, how many people are rapping in there?
I want to say, I give it like maybe 75%.
75% are rapping?
Yeah, because it's like at the same time, you got the military you got to focus on, but it's like now you need to, once you off, you don't want to just sit there and think about all of that, because that's all you do at work. So it's like free times. People get in all type of stuff. Some people do sports. Some people do music. It's just like music kind of like more of an easier thing to pick on, because it's like when you're working for, 6, 7 hours or something, all you can do is just, you can sit there and write songs, sing in your head or something like that. And yeah, so it's a lot out there.
Are rappers successful with a military background?
I mean, that I know of, I don't really know none besides Ice-T. That's really the only rapper I ever knew that did the military.
Is that discouraging to you?
No, not at all.
Why
Because he did it, and I mean, there's people that shoot this shot every day and not try, so I ain't gonna look at that as, oh, he did this and he ain't make it. Like, it's a lot of people that did different things still started in the military. You got like Morgan Freeman started, he's an actor, you see what I'm saying? Chuck Norris, he's an actor. There's a lot of people out there that started this way and then just use it to help them elevate, saying what I'm trying to do.
But as far as rappers wise?
Yeah, it's just Ice-T, that's the only one I know of.
Reason why I ask if it's discouraging is because using Ice-T as an example, that was a long time ago.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's why I was just curious what you thought.
But I see it as like, I don't really know no artist with a big name out of Charleston. And that ain't gonna stop me from trying. Like, I know people that have been doing music longer than me, like still famous in the city, famous around the city, but that's about it. And they've been doing music way longer than me. I see it as, I've been doing it for the past, since what, 2013, 2014? And I got bigger artists than me that I reached out and they, gave a hand down and helped me out with all my music and stuff, gave me features and stuff too.
Any names you care to share?
Yeah, I got a song with HB47, he artist with No Limit, Master P in there. I got a song with GFM Bryce. He just did that big song with T.I. and Young Dro. And I got another song with Scrap from Travis Porter.
Now, do you wish, looking back, I mean, you're 5.5 years in, do you wish looking back after you graduated high school, maybe you should have just started with the music career and the rap career and took it serious at that point instead of joining in the military? Or, hindsight 2020, was the military the right choice?
I kind of see it like both, because I feel like if I started then, I'd be a little further into it and doing a little better off. But then at the same time, it's like I got nothing but good feedback back from it. You know what I mean? I was able to because most artists is like, when they do something, you gotta have a way to fund what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, either that's gonna be the drug route or another job or something. You need some way to fund your music. Ain't no way you gonna just, you gotta pay for studio time. And I'm a complete independent artist. There's most artists that say they independent, but they still got a small label behind them that's like buying them studio time or helping them connect. Well, everything I do is 100%. So me getting to the artists, everything, that's all me. I don't got no middleman or nothing besides the people that I got to help me out, like my friends and stuff.
I just want to point out with your answer there, you did say drug dealing or a job, but people also have investors too behind them. That's another route.
Yeah, definitely.
Where somebody sees their talent or where they're going and it looks like they can make money, so they'll
put that money behind them.
They'll put the money behind and invest into that career choice for them.
Yeah, definitely.
But you didn't have an investor.
Nah, I didn't have nothing but just me.
What about the branch choice? Was that the right choice, the Air Force, for you? Was there any regret on the branch choice? Maybe do you wish you went to a different branch for these 5.5 years? I don't know.
Nah, I like it, and no issues.
Now, what about marriage? What about a significant other? Is that tough to have while you're enlisted in the military?
Nah, well, it depends. It's like, it do get tough, like, if you go on a deployment or something like that, because, you know what I mean, just like 6 to 7 months away from that significant other. So, like, I get tough on some people. But just being there, not really, because they look out for your significant other and stuff. So, you know, you travel, they gonna travel with you. If not, they make sure they get that time for you to go back, and you get compensated for not being with them too. So it ain't too bad. You just gotta be strong about it. You can't be no weak-minded person going into it. You gotta know, like, you know, you in a relationship, marriage, anything in the military, you gotta understand it's like anything can happen at any moment. So that's just something you gotta be prepared for.
What about kids? Any kids?
Nah, no kids.
No kids. Now, not ashamed to say you're currently serving in the military and you have a rap career?
Nah, I'm not ashamed at all. Like, on me, it's like, I love to be different. Who else gonna say they doing it? It's just me. I don't got an issue with being different. I'm from the country. I don't got an issue with like showing that. Like, people ask me all the time, it's like, what I did growing up. It's like, I'm a country boy to the death of me. Like, I run outside with no shoes on. Like, I don't got a problem saying that. That's me. Like, I ain't gonna hide who I am.
Let's say there's somebody watching this and they need some advice, okay? Now, circumstances could be different for everybody, but let's say there's somebody thinking about enlisting into the military, regardless of whatever branch, and they're 50-50. Should I do it? Should I not? They're caught right in the middle. Any advice, any general advice to that person caught in the middle right now thinking about it?
It's like, if you're gonna be a weak-minded individual, then I recommend not doing it. But you gotta understand, it's like me, I'm all the way on the other side of the state from my family. It's like, I see my mom maybe once every other year. I talk to her a lot on the phone and stuff, but it's like, you might be gone from your family for no, I ain't gonna say forever, but for years at a time, months at a time. Might not be able to talk to them as much as you want. You can get to a time where it's like, you think that, you know what I mean, people might have forget about you, and then you gotta understand, it's like, they got their lives going on, you got your lives going on at the same time. So it's like, you just gotta understand it's like that's a lot that comes with it. And then like, at any time you can go someplace that you don't know nothing about. I ain't never leave out of Charleston until I joined. So I'm going from beaches and woods to a state with deserts and mountains. I don't know nothing about that. So it's gonna be culture changes. It's gonna be a whole lot of changes that you just gotta be open to. You can't go in there just thinking like, oh, I'm gonna just do this, and then you see it's a whole different thing. So you just gotta be open-minded about it and know what you're getting into.